Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be in conversation and in relationship with other people as a more whole version of yourself? Well, you're not alone. And if this idea piques your interest and curiosity, I invite you to join my friend Manak Singh and myself, Dr. Node Smith, as we explore some of life's most challenging and interesting questions and social dilemmas in a conversation that is more about how we are relating to each other and to ourselves, and less about the information that we're presenting. So, welcome to the relational field.
For me, acceptance of reality is really important in no matter what path I take. And if I feel that I'm being asked to not, I'm being asked to like turn a blind eye to something, or not pay attention to something, then I feel like just it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say reality, like I instantly get curious about what do you mean by reality?
What is happening right now?
Like what is happening right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like the denial of what's true in this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's true in this moment could be different from different perspectives. There could be layers that I'm actually not seeing that are reality that I just like I'm not aware of yet.
Yeah. And somebody else might be able to see it better.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like there's no fundamental difference between like you and I or me and another person, but I might be able to see more,
Yeah. See more, see different.
see different.
Yeah.
Like not and I don't mean see better.
Yeah, it's hard to define what better would be
Yeah.
in this setting.
Yeah, I think more whole, like more is maybe easier to conceptualize.
Yeah.
Like when I try that on, the first thing that comes to my mind is like levels of kind of my personal experience. It's like, oh, okay, am I aware of what I'm thinking right now? Yeah, that's usually pretty easy. You can like kind of step back and be like, oh yeah, I'm thinking and my mind's kind of mapping all of this out. And then there's like another layer of, okay, like I feel my posture right now, like my low back and my shoulders, and I'm like aware of my positioning here. Like, oh, is there an emotional tone like right now? Oh, okay, I can be aware of like this kind of little bit of tension in my upper chest that I might say is a little bit of anxiety. Like, okay, like where's this going? Oh, and then there's like an awareness of like me in connection with you.
Mm.
Like, oh, I'm aware that, oh, I'm here, and I'm kind of aware of I'm here in my own body and relating to you. And there's kind of like a space here that I can kind of touch into. And I know beyond the shadow of a doubt, because we've been doing enough groups now and workshops, that a lot of what I just said will go right over a lot of people's head. Like not aware of any of that experience for themselves.
Right.
And they don't really have, they're like there's nothing there for them to like grab onto to like understand for themselves.
Yeah.
And so it's not a matter of it not being there. It's like, oh, I just like haven't learned how to see that yet.
It's like the awareness, they have less awareness compared to more awareness.
Yeah.
right? So if they had more awareness, they'd have choices of tuning into these different levels. But
Yeah.
would that be a way to think about
When you
it?
say that, I like instantly kind of get this appreciation of like it's that sounds too general, almost like I'm like accusing somebody of like not having like good enough
Right.
like awareness. And so I almost like want to describe it as like in individual instances, like, okay, like, do you have an awareness of an emotional range? Like, can you distinguish between happiness and excitement, or fear and anger? Right? Can you, like, that's a yes or no, right? uh can I sense what my body is doing right now? Like, can I sense the tension, the relaxation? Like, can I sense any of that temperature? Maybe not. Can I sense all of my body, or am I disconnected in some place? It's like, okay, that's a yes or a no. Like, you can do that or not. And then maybe it's a yes, and then the gradient is like, oh, I can, but only sometimes. Like, only in some like situations, or I can easily be distracted from it. It's like, oh, okay, so now we're talking about like something that you can do, and like the skill of being able to do it. So it's like real and tangible. It's like, okay, as more of those points of awareness are seen and made aware to you, then yes, your awareness does get bigger.
Right.
Right? I like that. I think it makes it more tangible than just saying your awareness isn't as big as mine.
It's less
Just
than
like
mine.
right off the bat.
And even though we're using different language, it really boils down to being better or worse.
Yeah, and that's like this real kind of limited perspective that I think culturally we are trying to like break out of. And like, I find myself getting frustrated when there's like not language there to kind of make these subtle distinctions.
Yeah. We've just been taught, at least I've been taught, to like think vertically.
Yeah.
You know, like things at the bottom are like you wanna go up, and things at the bottom you'll leave behind, or you grow out of, and then
Yeah.
higher is better.
Higher's better. Yeah. And it's like, what if it's not even about higher? Or what if like part of our life is like getting higher, like, yeah. And then at a certain point, that higher kind of peaks out, and then it's wider that we're really looking for.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't know. That's just an idea of how to think about it.
Why the question that comes up for me when I hear that, why would anyone want to go for more awareness?
Say that again.
Why would anyone want to go for more or wider awareness? If it isn't better in any way from where I am, then why do I go for that?
Oh, that's so interesting. When you say that, the first thing that comes up for me are like, what are alternate terms that we could use for better? Like, I think we're trying to there's a deeper cut underneath the better that I think is more functional in a conversation like this.
Yeah, I agree with that. So that question, in the context of that question, better, another word for better would be, if it doesn't make me more happy,
I like that.
Then yeah, like, does more awareness or does wider awareness make me happier?
When I try that on, like I like it's pretty quick, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. And what if my my awareness is keeping me from being happy? Like, what if I guess the first thing that I have to ask myself is, am I happy? So if that answer is yes, and this is a personal, like, you like dig deep and say, like, oh, am I really happy? Or am I saying that I'm happy because I don't want to admit that I'm not happy? So, I'm not that's a personal question. But if I'm not happy and I want to be, is it possible that my orientation to reality, my orientation to myself, to other people, to my thoughts and opinions and kind of way of being in the world may be limited in a way that is serving as an obstacle for happiness?
In other words, is the ball in my court?
Yeah. And that's an open question. It's not it's not, it's like, if that is that possible. And if it is possible, then that would be the incentive for growing my awareness. Like, could I include an awareness of how happiness is possible right now?
I like that. I wonder if this frame can be generalized to any desire, not only happiness. And in this generalization, you would ask yourself, is it possible that the thing that I want, the thing that I want to have in my life, is really, and the reason that it's not there is because how I have oriented to life so far, is because how I have oriented to work or to money or to relationships. And that is the reason why this thing that I really desire deeply is not here. And is that an incentive to then grow my awareness?
I mean, I love that idea. When I consider that, I have a sense of more agency, as if I have a certain amount of, like, control or power in my life to change. And that, yeah, like, the ball is in my court. Um, and it's kind of one of those, like, it's like, how deep does the rabbit hole go? It's like, oh, I could do this a little bit. Be like, oh yeah, um, it's my responsibility to, to do really, to change my behavior in really tangible physical ways, like exercise more, right? That's something that I can do. And if I have an awareness of my ability to do that, um, then maybe I can make that change. But I can go, like, really into the rabbit hole and start to look at, like, how do my assumptions about, like, my thinking, uh, how do my assumptions about, like, other people and them being right or wrong, or my assumptions about what facts are, and or what facts mean, or the connections between certain things, like how does all of that influence like my ability to be aware of something else?
Mm. I'd love for you to give me an
A
example
tangible.
of
I knew you were going to ask me
that.
that. I knew you were.
And I wonder if you can make it specific to money.
Specific to money.
Yeah, I wonder if there is one in your mind.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I'm currently like actively working up against my unseen assumptions about money in my own life. And so these are not, these are like present moment, like kind of awarenesses that I don't quite understand. And so I'm trying to do exactly this with money, where I'm like, oh, okay, do I want money? Like I have this assumption that I want money, but I don't know that that's true because I don't tend to do things in my life that kind of reach out and accept money.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very difficult for me to do. And so there seems to be this conflict like in me. And I don't want to accept it because I want to believe that I'm kind of past that. And I might be like in some kind of conscious, like linear sense, but it seems that there's a component of my relationship with money that I do not see.
Right. So just to summarize what you're saying, even though you might say you want money, what you're saying is your behavior doesn't reflect that.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you think that there's some kind of a split or a discrepancy in the way you think about money.
Yeah.
And when you say that you want to think you're past that, what does that mean?
It's like this it's like spiritually enlightened people like see money as like an energy that doesn't have anything to do with the physical world, and I want to like I want to believe that I'm already there.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I look at my life, if I'm completely honest, like I have to accept that I'm not.
Okay.
And that's difficult. Like that's it rubs up against like certain components of my identity and certain like meanings that I have that I don't like.
Mm.
And so that's uncomfortable.
It feels like a process of letting go.
Yeah.
There are certain things you need to let go to embrace money, it seems like, in the physical world.
Mm. Yeah.
And have you encountered one of these things? A certain kind of meaning or a certain kind of attachment you have that is not serving you right now in the context of money?
Yeah. I think there's this idea that I need to let go of uh of of the idea that like having money causes like my identity to change.
Mm. Sounds like a belief.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And so yeah, there's certain like we live in a money kind of driven materialistic culture uh that I don't like and don't agree with, and a lot of those disagreements are like I'm very attached to. And so when I consider like myself having money, I have this like I'm just I'm like it's so hard to even touch it. But I have this sense that if I have money, then I'm going to be part of that system that I don't like. Um, and what comes up for me right now in saying that is I'm already part of that system.
Right.
Like like I drive a car and have a computer and work and so I am part of that system. And resisting that system seems to be causing me a lot more suffering than not.
I'm curious about this system. What is this? What is this system? And I'm not necessarily asking you to describe the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to describe like what does it feel like to you?
It feels like an illusion that I want to wake up from. Like that I really don't want to be seeing.
Okay. It's a rejection of something.
Like I have a rejection of this like illusion that I'm seeing.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like it's become more and more subtle in recent years, but it's still there. It's still like, okay, how can I love this system? Like how can I love like that someone else is materialistic and that doesn't have to mean anything for me.
I get very curious about this change in orientation. Like what makes you go from like wanting to wake up from this system to I would like to now embrace the system. What makes you make that shift?
It's interesting because I almost, when you ask that question, I almost have this sense that like this is part of the waking up from that system.
Okay.
Is like it's like how can I really wake up from it without first acknowledging the very real reality that I'm like my proximal me self is operating in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
To me, that sounds like it's a call to integration.
Yeah.
Whatever that system represents to you, like that is being you're being called to integrate that.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
And it's difficult. It's frustrating. I don't like it. I don't like it too much.
I love that.
I'm curious when we're talking about money.
Yeah.
What is the impact of like talking about money on you?
I love this topic because I feel like I'm in a similar boat as you. I grew up financially comfortable, and even after college, the first time I got my undergrad, I had a job. I was very financially comfortable. I had a lot of savings. I could have got a mortgage on a house if I wanted to at that time. I had enough savings. But then I decided to go to school again. And for the last 10 years, I've been in school. So I went from having around 50K in savings to being 30K in debt. So I find myself in the same boat where money is something that I've never valued ever. I've never given it any importance. I think there's a part of me that sees it like it's kind of dirty. It has seen it in that way. And now that I've been poor for a while, now there's desire in me has risen to have money in my life. And because of this desire, I'm beginning to reevaluate everything about money internally. I haven't done any external work on it so far, but internally I can tell that like a parts of me are now like wanting to look at that. So I feel very much in the same boat as you.
That's so curious. I want to dive into this a little deeper.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Because when you say in the same boat as me, and you mention like the context of like 50K in debt, and or 50K in savings, 30K in debt, and kind of not like valuing money, right? And but in this kind of like experience of, or kind of this historical context of, money comes and money goes. That's not the boat that I feel like I'm in. I feel like I'm in the boat of, like, I feel like I'm not even on a boat. Like, I'm on like a raft in the fucking ocean. And there's like the waves are like people telling me that like I need money, that I should value money. And then there's other waves that are coming from the opposite direction, telling me making money is easy. It's like, it's only energy. Like, you can do that. And I'm like, I don't fucking know how to do this. Like, I've never had money in my life. I've always just really, like, I've been a student for most of my life. So I've accumulated an incredible amount of student debt. Like almost $400,000 of student debt. That's US, not Canadian.
Active student debt.
Active student debt.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then to me, it's like, what is that? Like, what? And it's so more valuable to me to have like the education and and yeah, the education and the, the schooling and all that kind of stuff than the money. So I don't really stress about it too much. But it's like it's almost like it's not even real. But it's also not even real in coming to me either. And so it's like, oh.
What do you mean by that? It's not real in coming to me.
Yeah, like I also don't like, it's hard for me to sense that like pulling of money kind of as an energy source into my life as well.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, it's almost like, where is this? Like, what is this thing that I'm supposed to be getting, or supposed to be finding, or open to? It's like, where is it?
It's like this thing that is illusory. I don't understand how it works.
Yeah, I don't understand how it works. It's like there's no attachment to it. And it's like, okay, like I need that. Like, I need that thing. But how do I pick it up?
Right.
Like how, like, and I don't mean like the strategies behind, like, oh, make the fucking funnel, and like funnel people in with like a marketing plan and all that. Like, that's not what I mean. Like, I literally mean like at kind of an energetic orientation to it way. It's like I don't even think about it. Like, I don't think about it not being there, and I don't think about it being there. All I think about is I love working with people. Like, I love working with people, and I love being in like conversation and like teaching and kind of being in this role. And I want to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like every time I go to think about like the money part, it's like it pulls me out of connection with with working with people. It like puts me in this, oh, I'm strategizing. Oh, I'm like on the computer by myself. I'm like, oh, I don't feel like connected to anybody anymore in this. And I'm like, instead of, yeah, I just like tune it out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like hang out and call my friends or go to the gym and like do good things for myself and just like be in the world and be happy and free. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
This is curious. I'm picking up on something, and you tell me if this is true or not. When you said, I'm not thinking about having money, and I'm also not thinking about not having money.
Yeah.
I got the sense that you're not convinced that you want it.
I'm not convinced that I want it. No, there's parts of me that are like maybe I just need to like get my bike ready or my backpack and just like hit the road and just talk to people along the way, just be in that mode.
Mm.
And that's very difficult for me because I'm married and have a house and that. And so I'm trying to orient to this kind of life that has structure in it, and that like requires money. Like my wife is very, unhappy that I don't make more money.
Right.
And I'm unhappy that she's unhappy.
Right.
And so and this kind of circles back to this question of what's the incentive to increase our awareness?
Mm-hmm.
And my incentive to increase my awareness is to see in this area is to see if a different relationship, and I say different because I don't want to say like healthier or better but a different relationship with money would ease some of the pain that I have in my marriage.
Mm.
Which is kind of an interesting thing.
What I hear is like the summary version of that is, I'm in pain. I would like to make a change. And that is the incentive to increase my awareness around my situation.
Yeah, totally.
Would that be accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's interesting, like as I say that, especially like my like marriage part and kind of how that's connecting in with my relationship with money, I hear this kind of script, and it's not inside me, but I hear it kind of in culture in some of these like coaching forums and like making money kind of things. And it's this very like masculine achiever pole that says, oh yeah, like the man has to make money in order to provide like for, the woman in the household so that like all this stuff can happen. And I'm like, okay, I want to integrate that. I definitely want to integrate that, and I'm seeing that. And the way that script is presented, I find to be so incredibly limited in in kind of a identity framework that it's been really confusing for me to orient to that in a way that seems helpful.
It also sounds like in a way that is authentic.
Yeah, in a way that's authentic, in a way that doesn't abandon certain like other parts of me that have been intentionally cultivated. like spiritual parts of me, relational parts of me, um, like masculine and feminine parts of me, like within my relationship, that, like my wife's also a doctor. And so that kind of like achiever, like masculine feminine polarity and kind of traditional roles and values paradigm, it doesn't fit very well. And so to kind of like, it's not constant, but when you start looking into like money and it comes up in that kind of cultural field. uh it's hard to dance with that sometimes.
Right. What I hear is that money is culturally tied in with ideas of masculinity.
I think so.
And for you, that framework of how masculinity is presented, especially masculinity in the context of a relationship, is just, it's not a fit right now.
It's not a fit. And it's like, and that's where this idea of like money as energy currency gets really interesting for me. It's like money as like a creative expression, or like a currency of like creative exchange or value exchange, that actually is not about like a dollar value, gets really interesting. Um, to me. And so I'm like, okay, like, yeah, what's my relationship with that in more of an embodied sense? And I'm still feeling into that. Like, yeah.
The question that's coming up for me is money just a reflection of the value you provide, or the value, at the very least, you think you provide? Is money just value provided? Is that a framework to see money in?
When you say that, the first thing that comes up for me is yes, that's a framework to look at this through. And I like the framework. I think it's very functional for me. I'm trying to orient to it in that way. And I'm trying to lean into the honesty of that value. Like, what is that value? And is this an agreed upon value? Like, is the value am I manipulating the value, or manipulating the perceived value?
Ooh.
Or is it an honest value?
Right.
And that's a question, like that's a living question in me.
That's interesting. Because when I use that word value, I use it in the sense that it is decided by other people if I provide value. I'm not making that decision if I am or not.
Yeah.
It's like, it'll be reflected to me.
Yeah.
If what I provide is valuable.
Yeah. 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 Ooh. When I hear you say that, there's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of like self-doubt that comes into me with that.
Okay.
Like this idea of, oh, does that mean if I'm not getting, like, if I'm not receiving like more more patience or more money for my services or whatnot, that people are telling me I'm not valuable.
Okay.
Right.
Interesting.
Or telling me that like the service that I'm providing is not valuable. And there's something that kind of immediately like is like that doesn't check out. Like that doesn't check out in all cases.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of other factors that come into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of other factors that come into that.
Interesting. What it brings up in me is how much of value is based on where you position yourself. So there's this fictional story of
tell me this is cool. Okay.
There's this fictional story of somebody who owns a lot of cars and loves cars, gets gifted a stallion.
Like a horse. Okay.
And he doesn't take care of that stallion because he doesn't value the stallion. Stallion is not something that he wants, not something that he in any way, shape, or form sees as giving him any value.
Okay.
So the horse feels worthless.
Okay.
But if that same horse was given to a cowboy or a horse trainer or what have you, that horse would feel very valuable, right? So I often wonder in these questions of value. For me, an integral question is like, have I placed myself in a setting where in what I provide is just wanted?
Yeah.
Like no questions asked.
Yeah. That's a question that like I sit with a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you can't expect to be valued by anybody.
No.
Right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And yeah, that's a really interesting question. It's really what comes up for me when you ask that, or when kind of that point is brought up, is it circles back again to what's the incentive of being aware. And if helping people kind of waken to a more whole version of themselves, or facilitating some type of kind of introspective transformation, that's very unique and kind of happens at that intersection of sensing that there's something amiss, or sensing that there's more, but not knowing what it is. And so not knowing really who or what services would be of benefit for this. You're just kind of in a limbo space in your life, or you're plateaued and you're kind of looking for something different. But your whole schema of how to go about looking for how do you look for something that you don't know what you're looking for? Right. And that's a really difficult like thing to market.
Could you make that more precise?
Yeah.
So you're saying that it's hard to market more awareness. Like
it's hard to market facilitating seeing something that you can't see right now. Right. It's like I automatically like appreciate that, like at the most direct level, it sounds like you can't see and I can, and you need to come. That just sounds, I mean, I can't even say it, right? It sounds so horrible. It sounds like, judgmental and critical. And it's like, why would you want to see somebody that thinks that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like the direct, it's like we're fucking suffering humans. Like we all don't see things in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just reality. And we all don't want to admit it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also reality. And it's an interesting thing to like be really interested and curious about, and kind of want to be a central part of your career, or of my career.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, and not orienting to it through kind of a spiritual new age like platform, or like demographic, like orienting to it through like healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because most people orient to healthcare as a physical, like top down, external process.
Yeah.
And are totally unaware of how consciousness and internal introspection and communication and relationship health all come together.
Mm-hmm.